Okay. Well, let's do this. All right, am I a host? Am I a co-host? All right, awesome. So I'm super excited. If you guys are on here, I hope that you, one, want to learn how to make a reel, because that's what we're doing. And two, that you already found the audio that we're gonna use. So does anybody need to look up the audio that we're gonna use tonight to make, or did everybody already find it? Everyone's good? Okay, cool. So let me screen share. My desktop. All right. Open. Come on, technology. Okay. So beautiful. All right. So if you go to your Instagram, like you're going to make a reel, this is just a screen recording from my phone. So this is what it looks like when you open your Instagram. Just your feed pops up first. And then you're going to want to go to your grid, your own page, and look for this little plus button. So most of us probably know how to do that already. So if you're following along, if you're on a computer, grab your phone, go to Instagram, go to your page, find the little plus button. You'll click the plus button. There's two ways to do this. You can do it this way and click the plus button and go to Reels if you've already saved an audio. Another way to do it is if you're going through Reels and you find one that you like and you want to make it, you can click on the audio at the bottom and you can click right then and say use audio and go ahead and make your reel. Or you can save it as a draft that way. But this is the way I like to do it. I like to save the audio ahead of time. You can save as many as you want. I also sometimes like to save, like not only save the audio, but actually save the reel so that when I go back and look, I remember what I was kind of looking for, or I was like, my idea was, because sometimes I'll listen to it and I'm like, I don't even know what I was gonna do with this. But if I save the actual reel and go back and look at the reel, whatever the other person did gives me the idea of what I was gonna do. So you'll go here, you'll click reel, and it'll pop up just like this. So this is this is my camera facing out, connected to my ring light. From here, you're gonna click that audio button. And that will take you to something that looks like this, a for you, and then it will also have saved. So if you saved the audio already, which I hope you did, when it pops up, you'll be able to see everything that you've saved already. What I need to do that I haven't done is once I make a reel with something, I need to remove it from my saved list, like unsave it so that I don't get things lost. But this is the audio we chose to use. It's gonna be right there on top and it's this picture. Now the picture is of who the person is that created the audio. So if you save something from the same person, the picture might not, like, they might be the same thing, original audio from this person, and there's multiple pictures of that, it'll look exactly the same. So again, that's why I like to save the reel. So you'll click on that, and when you click on it and put it here, it'll do a preview for you. And it'll also tell you how long the clip is at the top. So you know how long you have to record. So from here, I like to go ahead and set whatever kind of filter I'm gonna use, and you click effects. Don't click this magic wand because then you can't use filters. You can use one or the other. So don't click the magic wand. Click whatever you want. I like that one. Oh, what happened? Sorry, I went to the beginning. All right. Back out of here. So I'm having to move to the next video. All right. So you've selected your filter. The next thing that you're gonna wanna do, I like to, on all of mine, whether it's words, like a lip syncing or not, I like to slow it down to the 3 because that kind of helps you. So this one, it has that ding, ding, and you need to kind of like know when to point your finger. Or if it's a lip syncing one, it gives you the opportunity to like slow it down so that you can say the words way easier. And it kind of gives you a cue of when to start. So I always select a 3. You could select a 4 and be super slow. Depending on what it is, that's what I like to select. But it slows down that audio for you so that you can pretty much get it more perfect, like perfect it, especially when you lip sync it. So from there, are we all following along? Does anybody need me to stop or slow down? Please yell at me. So we've got, we've set it to be slower at a 3. We've fixed our filter of whatever we want. Then you're gonna click this little clock. So go back so you can see what it looks like. This little clock here, this is a magical thing because you don't have to hold down the button when you record. It's gonna give you a timer, so it shows you on here. So this is valuable for 2 things. So if you're gonna make one video clip, this timer will be the whole piece, but you can do multiple clips. Like let's say you were doing one where you do the clip and then you like cover the screen and you come back. You can move this to be like halfway, like where you want it to stop for your first clip so that you know like that clip is only going to be that long. You can go and trim it later if you want to do it a different way. There's multiple ways. It's more ways to skin a cat with Reels, but that's one way to do it. But this you can select if you want a 10-second countdown, a 3-second countdown, or no countdown. Select, I like 3. I feel like 10 is too long. If you were gonna like do some dance from far, far away, maybe you need 10 seconds. You'll click set timer. And then it'll be all ready for you. So if you're doing it now, this is your chance. When you click your middle button, it's going to give you a 3, 2, 1, and it makes that noise. So you're ready. So that is giving you the opportunity to slow it all down so you can actually hit that ding. And you're mouthing it or saying it out loud, whatever you want to do. But I had to actually look up the words to this. It's out dipping with your friends. You ain't even half a man. Know that, know that. So I had to look that up so that I would know the words. So this time I didn't do it very well. So I'm going to show you how to delete it if you mess up. But if you want to give it a shot right now, I'll give you a second. If you're there, you've got your timer, you want to do it, I'll give you a couple seconds, only 7 seconds of your life. If you want to try it, go. Oh my gosh, Deanne, you guys are cracking me up down there. All right. So from there, once you've done it and you've filled up the whole time, so like if you, let me see that at the top, this pink line, that tells you how much you have left of that clip to record. So if you fill that up, you're done. There's no more time left in that clip. So sometimes if you pick like a full song, it'll let you go on forever. Never make it more than a minute because it messes, like algorithm won't show your stuff. But that's for Instagram TV. If it's more than a minute, Instagram TV, less than a minute, Reels, ideally less than 15 seconds. So this is gonna show you if you filled it up. Now you messed up, you don't like it. Like this one, I missed the words, I didn't like it. So it shows you what you did. See, I missed the words there. It'll show it to you again. So if you don't like it, get me out. If you don't like it, then all you do, open. So I don't like it. It shows me all my pink is full. So if you look right here where I'm circling with my cursor, that's what I've used of the clip. So if this were a reel that you were using multiple clips, you would click on it and it would show you, if I clicked on this, it would show you each of your clips and you could trim them separately. This is also like if you record something previously, this is your camera roll down here to where you could add it to this. But since we're recording it straight to Reels, which is the easiest way, it's showing you right here. All you have to do, if you don't like it, you click on it, that little circle. And then when you click on the little circle, it'll show you that clip. You just click discard, you didn't like it. Sometimes I'll think it's okay, but I'm not sure if I'm gonna get another one just as good. You can save it to your camera roll, like go ahead and save it just in case like all the rest of them suck and that one was the best one you could get. You can still save that one that you did to your camera roll and delete it. And if all else fails, you come back and this is not, you come back and you add that one. So you click discard, you set all that stuff up again, your ×3, you have to do it every time, your effects, whatever you want, and all you do is try again, set your timer. You give it another shot. This is real time. I'm like saying it slow. And then it'll show it to you. All right, so if you like it, how are we doing? Are we following along, making our own, or do I need to slow down, or are we just gonna watch it and then? I don't know. All right, now, this is the part that almost every single person has been like, how do I do this? And this is basic. I mean, there's some crazy things you can do with Reels, but this is a very basic thing. You add words and have them pop up. You add your words just like you would in stories. So if you, I'm gonna try to move this over here. All right, so you added your video, you like what you have, Then at the top, it's gonna look just like stories in your Instagram stories, and you're gonna select the little letters, like your fonts. So you select that, you type in what you wanna type in. So, and you have all your choices here, but I usually just go ahead and type it in and see what looks best afterwards. So I put, you can't feel your vitamins working, question mark. And then you can select your fonts just like you do in stories. So just like in stories, you have this bottom section that pops up where you can choose whichever font you want. If you want it highlighted, this is where you make it highlighted. So like if you wanted to have like a circle around it, or like different fonts have different pop. So like this one has this outline on it. This is the button that makes that outline. For Reels, I typically like this font just because I feel like it's always very fast and it's an easy one to read. But whatever you like. Type it out, pick the thing, pick your color, click done. All right, you can go ahead and type in and put in all the things that you want in one pop. Like now I could go to the thing and type it all in and stack them on top of each other. You just have to do it separately. So like done, done, done. You're gonna set the duration at the bottom. So see this where it says set duration? Everything you add to it will pop up down here, and you're gonna set the duration. You can move it all around, put it where you want, like this. So see this bar at the bottom? If you don't set the duration, it's gonna stay up there the whole time, which is fine if that's what you wanna do. But if you want it to be up there for a specific amount of time, you move this bar whichever way for whatever's happening in the video. So I moved it because I wanted it to only be at the beginning before I do any of my pointing. Now see how it's like opaque? That means this is after it. So it will turn opaque. It's not gonna be like that in your reel, in the reel for real life. Like it's just gonna show you where it is. It's gonna be opaque while you're making it, but it's not gonna show up like that. But it wants you to know where it's gonna be at. So then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna type my next thing, which again, you could type them all at the same time. I like to do them separately because sometimes they get kind of like stuck on top of each other. And then you're like, oh wait, which one is this? Which one is that? And then set the duration for that one. And you'll see as you go, you can watch how the opaque one, how it disappears, and you'll know when to slide your little thing, because it'll show you on there that the one that you originally put, that will disappear, and you know when to start the next one. Because they're down here and it disappeared. So I'm gonna start the next one. That's where I'm gonna stop it. And I'm gonna watch and say, okay, my finger's about to come up. So I'm gonna stop it right there in that part of the video. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions so far? Okay, cool. So from there, just like in stories, you can click that little like happy face square guy at the top, like you do for pictures. I liked Lavelle provides us some amazing things for our stories. So I like to add those. Like I type in Lavelle. It's gonna play in the background the whole time. But I like to use these because they're provided for us. I feel like they are something that's not just words, and they're easy to read. So You just type in LE-BEL and it'll pop up all those. All 3 steps are there. You add them, you move them around, and then you do the exact same thing with this timer down here at the bottom to where it pops up when my finger hits that area. And then I'm gonna trim it to where it goes away when my finger is about to be at the next one. And then the same for the rest. Step 2, same exact thing. Trim it at the bottom to set the duration of when. Move it to where your finger's at. Stop it before you get to the next point. And this is one of those things that once you figure it out, it's super easy. So now you can see on here, and I think that this is also a confusing part for some people. You can see all the things on here, but again, it's just previewing you so you can see it as the creator. They're not really gonna be there. So if it's opaque in real life, that's not gonna show up when you do your reel, but it's gonna show it to you like this. Oh, I'm still trimming, but it's gonna show it to you. So that you know where it's at, even though it's not gonna be there. Anybody have any questions on that, the setting duration or anything? Okay, so it's showing you what you've done in the opaque. So you'll click next at the bottom once you like what you have. And then it's gonna show you this page here. So an important thing for boosting your algorithm and getting your reel to be shown is not, if you just went to Instagram and made this reel and then posted it, it's not gonna get shown as much as if you engage on Instagram before you post it. So what I like to do is click save as draft, and then I will come back to it after I've gone and done some 3, 2, 1s. I've liked some things, I've commented, I've watched other people's reels, I've saved. Just kind of engage with Instagram for, you know, like 10 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever. Engage in the gram before you post it, and then also engage after you post it. It'll also let you select your cover. So what's interesting about Reels is on your Instagram grid, you can post it right here where it says share to feed. That's gonna pop up on your feed. Like when people go to your Instagram page, it's gonna pop up there. Sometimes you want it there, sometimes you don't. You might want all of yours on there. Personally, I'm like particular about my colors and how my grid looks, and I want everything to all match. And if my reel doesn't match my colors, there's 2 things I can do. I can either move it from share to feed. That means only the people that are watching reels are gonna see it though, which is good, they're gonna still see it. However, the more people that are watching it, interacting with it, which means already going to your feed, the more views, which means the more views Instagram is going to give you in reels, because there's that section where you can just look at reels and it's giving you random people that you do not follow. It'll give you their reel. So that's super cool. So it's going to post to that, but if you also share to your feed, it's going to post to your feed when people are actually scrolling Instagram that follow you, which people don't do as much anymore. you can do that. So if you're particular about your grid and how it looks, there are two options. Either you don't share to feed, or like if your reel doesn't match, or you can click the cover. If you click on your picture, it'll show you the cover. You can pick one of these, like scroll through, it'll show you which one you pick, because you don't want to pick one where you like look like halfway through a sentence or something weird. So you can pick one that you like, the whatever that is. Or a lot of times what I will do is I will click add from camera roll, and I'll pick a photo, or I'll take a photo right here and then change, like go in Lightroom and change the colors or whatever, so that it'll match my grid, so that when you look at my grid, it'll be a totally different picture from what that is. But you can pick your cover. So like I said, you're gonna want to click save to drafts at the bottom, save as a draft, instead of sharing it immediately, because you wanna boost your engagement before posting it. Save as drafts. So if I go, this is your Reels section. So this is your grid, your feed. When someone goes to your page, this is your Reels, Instagram TV, things you're tagged in. This is your Reels. If you go to Reels, it'll show you, back up. It'll show you your drafts. Sometimes I have 2 or 3 drafts in there, and you can just select them. So when you're ready to post, after you've boosted your algorithm and done all the things, it'll show you your drafts. You just click on it, select it. Now you can go in and type your caption if you want to add any hashtags, things like that. Sometimes it'll change the cover. If you've saved the cover, you'll have to go back and change the cover. And then when you're ready to post it, or you can edit it here, like if you needed to change it, do anything to it, you can. But it shows it to you. What's cool here is it shows it to you how it's really going to look. It doesn't have that opaque preview part. You'll click next to post it. And then you will have a final product. There it is. Okay, we have done it. We have successfully created a reel. I don't know if you guys have created a reel along with us, but now is the time for questions. If you got stuck, what you need help with, if you have questions about different types of reels, feel free, unmute yourself. What you got? Oh, there's lots of stuff in the chat. Mine didn't slow-mo.
No, I got it. I got it.
Okay.
I was proud of myself because I got it. I think for me, a lot of it's just practice. Like I did it today, the one that Baden was critiquing me on, but it was about where I had to scooch my things. So it's just practice as far as that part goes.
Good job, Ashley. Yeah, it's definitely practice. Like if you go through and look at my old reels, they're not very good, but it's like certain little things that you learn as you go, and like little tricks. And then I was actually on Kelly and Chelsea's Zoom last night, and I was telling them to follow, and I think our little group for real ideas and real tutorials, I'm going to put it in the chat. It's Pink Sparrow. Oh wait, at, that'll help you guys. Duh. At Pink Sparrow Social. She posts every day. Pink Sparrow Social. She posts every day. She posts some tutorials. She posts like different ideas, and she'll post like, let's see. It says like examples in the comments, and it'll actually tell you like if you're in health and wellness, if you have an ice cream shop, it'll tell you like what you could do with that reel to make it fit your niche. So that's kind of cool. All right. Questions?
I have one, but it might be way too advanced, but, and I don't know if you can show anything really quick about how, just because I've seen some where the people didn't know how to make them. And if I tried to do it, I would look the same, but about the ones that we did, like we did with the, where you had to.
Okay.
You know what I'm
So
talking about?
we didn't do it correctly the first time, but I did it correctly the second time.
Okay.
So I made 2 of them with the same audio. It's the one where it's like moving very like whatever. You slow it down. All you have to do is slow it down a lot. I think we sped it up, but you have to slow it down, and you have to move
very slow.
minimum. But it's minimum. Like you can't move a lot. It's just like, but you have to be on beat, which Lindsay would be really good at that. I don't have as much rhythm or any, she makes fun of me. But if you slow it down a lot, then you're not like doing this or whatever you chose to do, but it has to be very, 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 very small. And it can be just one clip, but that one, I wonder, let me see if I could find, I don't know if you guys can hear it through or see it through my. Listen to me now. Listen to me now. Like that's almost too big. Listen to me now. But you can hear where the music changes, and that's when you shift. So the people that do it with like the mop or the broom, it's like they start out, they'll listen to me now, and then it's very slow, and then da-na-na-na-na in the middle is when they shift to the next move. Does that make sense? But it's super slow-mo, and you're just like very little. Because when we made it together, we did it way too big and super fast, which is funny, but that wasn't it. And it was way more work because I like had to clip all that stuff together. This, you just slow it down. And I think, I mean, personally, I think that for reels, you want to make sure, one, you aren't doing just Lavelle reels. Everyone should have a 3 steps reel. Everyone. If you even maybe more than one 3 steps reel, maybe a product that you love or something. Everyone should have a business reel. Talk about I hate saying talk about the opportunity, but that's what it is, the opportunity. But other things, when you make other reels, make sure they match your branding. So I wouldn't make a baseball mom reel. I'm not a baseball mom. You know, I made a reel that blew up that had me and my daughter, who's 14, going to high school, coming out in an outfit that I was not about her wearing to out in public. But that's something like that matches my real life. Like I have a daughter that's that age. So make sure you're staying on brand when you're making them, so that people that you are getting new followers from these reels are actually learning who you are, like, know, and trust you. If that makes sense. Unless there's something funny, like a trend that, you know, everyone's doing that it's just going to boost, because when you go through, if you are watching reels and you see an audio that comes through like over and over and over, use it, because that's a trending audio and it's going to show more people that reel. Like that fancy like dance that was so silly, like it was silly to do, but it blew up and I got a ton of followers from it because it was a trending audio and a trending dance. Yeah, algorithm. All right, any other questions? All right, if you made this reel tonight, or if you make it tomorrow or finish it, please send it to me. Like, send it to me in Instagram Messenger. I want to see how you did, because I know that they're not easy, but I'm super proud of you guys for wanting to learn something new, because we're grown. We are grown-ass women, and we feel like we are silly on the TikTok. Like, I get it, but it boosts your algorithm. It works, and you will gain followers that are, you know, interested in the same thing as you.
Hey, what were the words? One last thing. What were the words again?
That you mouth, or the words that you type?
The words that you mouth.
Hold on.
That's my real life struggle, is making sure I speak at the right time.
Oh, caught dipping with your friends. Hold on, I'll type it in here. I think this is it. You ain't even half man. Hold on. Oh, half man laying.
Half man land.
Laying on ya. Like laying on, like laying down, or like whatever. And then it's know that. Know that. There you go. You don't even have to say anything. Like, this one works whether you say anything or not. You could be like, do something funny, like a little dance, or like.
Well, even if just the know that at the end.
Right.
So, can y'all hear my dog snoring? I'm so sorry.
All right, cool. Anything else?
Thank you.
Did I? Oh, yeah. All right. All right, y'all. Have a great night. Thanks for hopping on. And I'm so excited to see these reels.